What's up, guys? Welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and welcome back to another versus / storytime video, where I take on the hardest contents of the game while I give you guys the background story of the fight, my personal experience on the fight, and of course sometimes some other stuff as well. So, the video I'm showing you guys is going to be the solo run for Arden, and as you guys might have seen, I actually got his burst weapon, which I do have a sad story that I will talk about later on, so stay tuned for that. But first, let's talk about the fight itself. So first wave is going to be 3 mannequins with Lock, Noctis, and Lightning, and it's going to be Ifrit as the final wave. Now, for the first wave, I wouldn't recommend killing off Lock first, and the main reason for that is he does heal the enemy's party. So if you see that all attack, you know Phoenix Ray is coming, so make sure you're top up as well. And you know, if you can kill him before that, that would be really amazing. And by the way, this is a solo run of Arden's for the full chaos fight. I did decide to bring Leviathan for the Brave Battery because his HP is always going to be at 0 or at 1, so I decided to bring Leviathan along. But you can bring Odin as well, since he does give you a stronger attack, so that is an option. But obviously you are going to have to run this with a full boosted team, which consists of, unfortunately, there's really not much to choose from. Only the 3 boosted characters are Arden, Maria, and Lilith. So let's talk about that composition first. And do you have to invest on the 2 other characters if you already have a full kit of Arden? I honestly can say you can probably just get away with them max limit broken on their EX weapon. A lot of the load is going to be carried by Arden, but obviously if you can EX plus those weapons, that would make your life so much easier. And I'll tell you about my sad story later on, but I honestly believe that Maria is there just for the heals and to make sure that Lilith and herself doesn't die to the other, from the enemies, obviously. But Arden is going to be carrying a lot of the load. In terms of turn count, you probably will notice a higher turn count with a full boosted team rather than a solo run. At least I kind of believe that, because Arden is just so much stronger in terms of just DPS output. And yeah, but I honestly believe you don't need to waste some of your resources, and don't make the same mistake I did, where I actually invested quite a lot of resources on Maria. Now, my full run, I don't know if you guys are interested in actually watching that. I do have it recorded. I actually recorded this video first, which is kind of funny because in my head I thought you only need to use like a boosted character to do the mission for the challenger quest, and obviously I was wrong. You need to bring 3 boosted characters for you to be able to get the perfect. But anyway, like I said, if you guys are interested, just leave down in the comments and let me know if you are interested on the full boosted team run. But I think the other 2 characters are much more of a liability rather than helpful. So I don't know. I think it's much harder with the other 2, especially if you haven't invested some, on their EX plus. But like I said, I think it is pretty possible not to invest too much on them. Maybe just fully limit breaking their EX is already possible for you to just clear it, and Arden can carry a lot of the load. But in saying that, I would say this fight is so much simpler and much easier as well. The Ifrit fight, I mean, I know they do a lot of HP attacks, and that's why you have Maria to heal through that. And you just need to make sure like your Brave is top up. The Ifrit fight, you know, for some reason, even on my like my full boosted team run, they attack Arden the most. They, even though there's no provoke system or anything like that in place, they just kept attacking Arden for some reason. So I don't know if I was just lucky, but it just made things so much easier on that end. So yeah, I would say this is a pretty simple fight. I wouldn't say it's hard. The boosted characters might be more of a liability to Arden than helpful, but if you did invest on them, then they should be able to carry their weight, right? Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's talk about the sad story regarding my burst weapon. And honestly, it's more Maria's EX fault, okay? So here's what happened. So after the pull video, which you guys should go ahead and watch, got a lot of good stuff there. So after that pull video, I thought to myself, you know what? I really want Maria. I really want to use her. I haven't used her in ages, and even when she first released, I just didn't like her kit and sort of just benched her. And I still think there's still a lot of good characters or better characters than her in terms of like being a healer / Brave battery option. I think there's still a lot more better characters than her, even with her rework, but that's beside the point. I just wanted to use her. So I did a couple of pulls. I did a total of 5 multis, and I was like, I didn't get it. I'm like, that's crazy. I started using tickets, and I was actually watching a video while I was pulling, and I didn't realize I actually used up nearly like over 150 tickets already, and I still didn't see her EX. So I got really annoyed, which is a bad thing when you're playing a gacha game. When you get annoyed, it's over. So what happened was I ended up doing more multi-pools, and you know, I spent 50k gems already. I think I was at 60k gems already, and that's when I finally got her EX weapon, and I was devastated. And you can see that, you know, when you see your gems go from 100k down to 70k, somewhere around that, you just feel deflated. But I was so annoyed. Why did it take this long to get this EX weapon? And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just gonna go the whole mile for the pity. You know, the 300 tokens for something else. I'll get a book and a power token. I thought I might as well and see maybe I can get the burst that way. And of course, I didn't get the burst that way. And I ended up spending more tickets later down the track, and because I was annoyed, which is a bad thing. Again, do not follow my my example. So I ended up spending a lot more tickets, and I think I was down to like 200 tickets left or something like that. And I finally got his burst. So I didn't follow my thinking of just pulling his burst in, you know, in Renoa's LD banner, which is, again, do not follow what I did, because that is bad. But I think I got caught up in the moment. I was really tired from work, and I was just pulling, like, you know, while watching a video, and I could not believe that a freaking bow would not drop. I got so much LD. I max limit broke my LD with all the extras. EX as well, 35 CP. I even bought the 35 CP first on the weapon tokens, which I ended up with a lot more 35 CP anyway. a lot of EXs from Lilith as well, and I really regret it. I really regret it. But I was pretty happy when I got the burst finally, obviously, since I don't really have to chase for it anymore. And with Renoa, I don't even think I have enough ingots to max her out, which, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to max her out, even if I do get her LD. So I think I will still pull. I mean, knowing me, I would still pull. I'll probably use the tickets though. And we do get a free pull on that one as well, guys. But I think if I don't get it in the free pull, I'd be using a lot of my tickets to try and get that LD. I don't know how much, probably the 50 ticket mark again. I'm not really interested in Kimari, so I'm gonna probably skip that one, and I would probably end up pulling for Edward. At least that's what I'm thinking. Although looking at the challenger quest for that lost chapter, Mayuna is okay-ish. She's not great. She doesn't have all the cursed artifacts. And the other boosted character on that one is Noel, which I haven't really invested in as well. So I'm hoping that Arden can solo that too. Or at least partially solo it, right? Like carry the others like he did on this chaos fight. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping for. But hey, that is it, guys. That's it for this video. I think I've talked long enough, and yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel, and I really do appreciate for all the support that you guys give me. And again, thank you very much for really doing a lot of supporting on the Should You Pull video. Really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much once again. I'll try to release a little bit earlier for next time as well. I'm not exactly sure because I wanted to see the community live stream first before I do release another Should You Pull. So anyway, yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Facebook as well at Munchkins Gaming, and leave down in the comments below what your experiences are for this particular fight. And of course, I want to hear from you guys as well. How did your pulls go? If you haven't mentioned it on my full video, you can mention it right here. Let me know down in the comments below. This is Munchkins logging off. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next level.